All right, so it is 11 o'clock. Let's get started. So let's get started. I'd like to welcome you all to the Commercial Multifamily Mastermind, the underwriting show, where we discuss underwriting. So today we don't have a guest speaker, but what I want to do is take the time to show you some of the tools that we use. Now, let me tell you just a little bit about me. So, as you know, I'm the host of the Commercial Multifamily Mastermind Network, and I'm a member of the GOB. I'm also a coach. I have my own coaching program where we focus on underwriting. Okay, we focus on underwriting, and and with underwriting, there's a lot that comes with it. So what comes with this? What one is certain applications, softwares that you need or that you may want, but some of it is very pricey. Okay, some of it is very pricey. So so it, you may wind up having to pay a lot of money, and but some of it's not. Some you could probably get for free. And I'm going to show you all of those, the ones that I know of, and the ones that I use. Um, that's where you have to pay, but also one that is free. So let's start. I'm going to start with a free one. I'm gonna share my screen and we're going to discuss it. All right, and then we'll have some questions where if you want to ask a question, you can in reference to what we have, in reference to what we are discussing today. So today, let me go right here. So the first one I'm going to be discussing is it's called city-data.com. Now, city-data is a free site. Some people uh, talk down about it, some don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with using it. Okay, verifying the data, to see how accurate it is. Test it out. You're okay. But when you're trying to get data, and you don't have $500 a month, pay for something, use what you can use. Okay. So with city dash data, what you do here, you put in the city. Now, this is what I normally use with it. I'm going to open up one of my applications. Give me 1 second, everyone, and I'm gonna show you what I use it for. Okay. In my coaching program, there's before we look at a deal, we want to, and I'm gonna share my screen right here. Then we could jump around. So before we even look at a deal, I have the individual send, I have the students or if someone contacted me about an investment property and they want me to partner with them, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell them and say, listen, send me that rent roll, send me that T12. Okay. And really, even before I ask for the rent roll and T12, because I don't want to really waste no one's time, I'm gonna ask them for the city. That's it. The city. Okay. Then I'm gonna go right here, right? And I'm gonna put Houston in. Let's say the person gave me Houston, Texas. Okay. And today's date, July 23rd, 2024. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, I want to see if the city is even worth my time. Because if it's a city where it's not meeting the requirement, I'm not even going I'm not even going to look at it. Now, here there are instructions. As you can see right here, there are instructions on what to do and to get your information. As you can see here, I also have the link to city data because uh, uh because one, it's a free site. And again, everyone doesn't have sites like Reventure Reventure app or Crexy or Costar, right? We don't Some people don't have that. But we could get the free information. Oh, now there's another site that I'm going to show you that you can also get information from. It's called Justice Map. Let me just oh, I just want to show you this one. So here's Justice Map. And Justice Map, what you do, you could put in the city. So let's say Houston, Texas. Okay. So now you see how it's all this color code. You see how it's color, all of that. Just hit base map, and it takes the colors away. And then for income, it brings the colors back. Okay, that's it. That's all you got to do. All right. So now, sometimes we put in a city or a zip code, and it narrows it down to that area, and that's where Reventure comes in. But I'm gonna stick on city data for right now. So we're going to say Houston, Texas, right? So it comes to Houston, Texas. Now here's all the information, right, that you're going to need for the city. Okay. Now you could probably Google, median household income. You could probably Google it and get it. But City Dash Data is a pretty good site for something for information. But again, you want to verify it, make sure it is accurate, okay, and so forth. Now they also giving you the last date that they have it. So if you was to 2022, so if I go to Crexy and I put in Houston, Texas, right? Let's go ahead and put in Houston, Texas on Crexy. First of all, I'm dealing with multifamily. I'm gonna take all of this out. Let's go right here. All right. Okay. So we have multifamily, and what we're gonna put in is Houston, Texas. Okay. That's the city. No, I'm not going to save the search. I'm just going to hit cancel right here. Now, Crexy is a paid site. Okay, so it is a paid site. You got to pay for it and everything. And so is CoStar, and so is Reventure. Now, Reventure isn't as expensive. It's very reasonable and everything. But let's stick with the free for right now, right? So here we go. See, median household income. Now, if you look at the form that I have, and again, many of the investors, many of you are looking for median household income. home and condo value, the city, the city ranges numbers, city unemployment rate. Many of you are looking for that information. And this is just one of the sources, one of the places that you can go to. Okay. So so here uh uh so here we have the um hold on man, let me get right where I need to go. Right here. Okay. You got median household income right there. You got the estimated median home and condo value. Okay, what's the rent like in the Houston area? And now you can verify all this information, right? The median gross rent. Okay. Now make sure don't get median mixed up with average. They're not the same. Okay. So median and average is not the same. But 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 so make sure that when you look for rent, that it's going to give you um that you're getting exactly what you asked for. Okay, so let's do this. So here we go. I'm going to put in now I'm on CoStar and we're going to put in Houston, Texas. So this is Houston, Texas. Okay. And the property type, we're going to put in multifamily. Because see, right, I should have just went right here and put it in, right? And then again, let me go back to Houston, Texas. So now only the commercial multifamily is going to come up, but I'm going to make sure that I only want commercial. So I'm going to put 5 and greater, because if you put in no minimum, sometimes you're liable to get 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, and we don't want that, right? We want commercial. So 5 and plus. Okay. So for Houston, um, just to do a comparison, as you can see, the median gross rent, according to City Dash data, is 1246. Okay. Now, what what does CoStar say? So CoStar says the market rent per unit is 1301. Okay. Now, is that an average, right? Or is that a median? So if we go down here, let's see. I'm gonna come down here to the market rent, which is right here, as you can see, right there. Okay, so we have what 1525 market asking rent per unit, market rent growth, market rent per bedroom. So I'm going to assume that that's more like an average up there, or it could be a median. But let's see. I'm trying to see where I could get to that 13. Here's the effective rent per unit, right? Concessions, we don't need that. I don't think we need to go no further. Okay. So so as you can see, when it comes to the rent, right here, asking rent $1.48 per square foot. Then you're gonna have his median household income here, right? The numbers are definitely going to be different. They're not going to be the same because CoStar is a um, much different uh, application than what you would have with um, than what it is with oh, I'm tongue tied right here. Than with something that's free. Okay. But what it's saying here, 1,300 market rent per unit. And this looks like it's an increase from what it previously was. Now, CoStar doesn't, not CoStar, but Crexy doesn't give me the market rent. It gives me the median income. And I do have a paid version, but it doesn't give me the rent. Now, it will give me everything else, as you can see here. Um, but as for the rent itself, it doesn't give me that. Now, Reventure app does. Now, the only thing about Reventure, they don't have city. So I can't put in if I put in Houston, right, it's going to give me the MSA. And as you there's a difference between them, right? So if you look at my document, it says city. So I'm not looking at the MSA. Matter of fact, depending on how you are structured, depending on what you're looking for, you may not want that whole MSA. That means they're going to collect the whole MSA and give you an average. You're going to want to narrow your search down to where you're pulling up just the city. What's going on in the city? Okay, you don't want the whole MSA for rent. Okay, so again, this is just and this is just rent, but as you can see, there's no rent up here. I'm just using that as an example. Okay, there's no rent on this form. See right here, city population. You don't get into the rent till you come down. Okay. Anyway, so I just want to show you that. So here's Houston, Texas, and as you can see, it's broken down by zip codes. And for some reason, my phantom is like overshadowing everything, which is messing up um, it's messing up my screen right over here for some reason. Give me 1 second, because this is definitely messing up my okay, sign in. I'm just going to go ahead and just sign in right quick, everyone. Give me 1 minute so it could go away. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do this so we could discuss this here. Okay. And we could talk about this. And for some reason it's still there. Okay. So anyway, what I'm trying to do is get it away from my Zoom. And somehow I can't do it. All right. So let me just leave it alone for now. And let's go back to what we were discussing. So, okay. So, yeah. So here, the state comes up, and then what we could do is narrow down into different areas within the city of Houston. Okay. So here we're back at city data. So with city data, again, we're going to go ahead and look at what information can you use from here. If you're looking for the median household income, here it is, right? You could get that. You could get that from city dash data. If you're looking for the estimated median house or condo value, okay, here it is. Okay. And then if you want to go deeper into then let's say we grab a zip code. Okay. I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm just gonna grab this one right here, 77002. Okay. Now, what you could do is put the zip code in. Now, city data is very helpful. What's that? 77. What did I say that was, everyone? 002, right? Yeah, here we go. So as you can see, right here, this is the zip code right here inside the black, right? So I'm going to open this up a little bit. Now, I'm going to click on settings right here, and I'm going to take the opacity down to 0. This way, I could see the streets. Okay, I could see the streets, and you can from here you can do get a lot of information. Now, the beautiful thing uh, about city dash data is you could see the incomes. So you may have a minimum, you may have a max, and you can see, hey, this is what I want. So let me put some of the opacity back. I'm gonna go just go say 51%. Okay. And if you look at the bottom right down here, you can see right where the incomes are. So let's just say if you working with me, right, with the city median income, you want to know what it is. Okay. You may want to stick in a certain thing or look for a certain growth. Okay. And inside of inside of here, you can see where the growth where the money is. Okay. So let's just say here, um, oh, that's not a good one. So let's try to get one of these dark ones, like right over here somewhere, right? See that right there? You see how you see that? Let me zoom out and you can really see. So the lighter the area, the lower the income. Okay, so I just happen to be here, and as you can see, the income is very low, but here it's going to be a little more. It's going to be 65,000. Now, this is excellent when you're getting into the neighborhood. Okay, when you're getting into the neighborhood. Now, let's say we're using, let's take a look. Okay, so this is city dash data, but what does Justice Map offer you for 77002? Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the name out, leave leave the zip in. And I'm also gonna put it on base. Now, as you can see right here, they don't really give you, they don't break it down. I think this is it right here, if I'm not mistaken. But let's confirm. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, it doesn't put the zip codes. Here's the zip code right here. And this here is I'm going to say standing out, is bolded out, right? Standing out. So let's come over here, put in, see if I could get this to hold on a minute. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Close it, open up another one. Then we're gonna put in 77002. Now that's the zip code and what we want to see when it comes up, where is 77002? Here it is. 77002. Okay, right here. Okay. So if you recall on city dash data, when I put in 77002, that same matter of fact, let's go there and take a look. See that? The same thing came up, the same exact thing. Let's go to Costar and let's put in 77002 in Costar and let's see what happens. We gotta come back here to the map. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna take this out and let's say 77002. Okay. See that? Same exact thing. Okay. So so what's gridded is confirmed, right? But now we want to get it into other data. Okay, what else can you use city data for? You can use city data, like I said, for income. What areas you may not want to go into, what areas you may want to go into. The darker the areas, right? The the darker the areas, the better the income. And if you look down here at the very bottom, you can see where the darker colors are, especially if you have a parameter. Okay. So if you have a parameter, then then and you say, okay, well, I want to be between, I want to be between say 50 and 60. So here we got 50 and 60, right? Right here. Now we're going to go up a little bit. That's 70. So you'll be right here between these two, and you see what's highlighting the areas? You see that? That's that's what that's where you would definitely shop. Now I'm gonna show you something with Crexy. Now Crexy can provide you with information. Only thing now we're going to jump into 77002, which is Houston, Texas. And as you can see, again, we are getting the same thing. Okay. Now, now, while we're in 77002, we want to look at median income. Now, remember what I said, you can get median income in 77002, and the layout is here. Although the colors are overtaking it, the 77002 is still here. It's just hard to see. Okay. But you're able to click within certain areas to see okay, where the incomes are. And if you see a discrepancy, right, reach out to, I'm gonna say the maker or whoever is hosting these platforms. See, like right here, whoever's hosting it, reach out to them if you see a discrepancy. Say, hey, there's a discrepancy in in uh in your platform. How old is your data? You don't say that there's discrepancy, but come at them, professionally and say, hey, there's a big difference. How old is your data? And so forth, you know? And so if you see a description, just say that, right? Okay, so here we go. So this area here is 65,882, right? So we're going to come over here to right here. So his median, also income. We're going to come back here. We're still at 77. Now, what it's going to do here, Reventure takes the whole zip code and gives you the median household income. That may not be what you want. You may want only the area within that zip code. So you could go to Justice Map and get it. So click on income right here and stick with 77002, right? Which was right over here. Okay, but we picked an area. We picked this area. So what is it? How much is the median household income? Let's bring this up. We got to bring this up. Okay. So here we are right here. Okay. Did you see this color? Look right over here and try to match it up. What do you think, everyone? What y'all think? You think this was the one or this one right here? Well, as you can see, it's like what 70 to 80 here, 80 to 90. I think this is more this one, 80 to 90. Okay. And that's how you can find, when it comes down to wanting to narrow your search down to city. But again, I wanted to show you the differences between the two. Now, with Justice Map, you're only going to be able to get your median household income. You will be able to get your ethnic mix and stuff like that. However, guess what? So does City Dash Data. If you click on more, you get your ethnic mix here, and it gives you a lot more data. And look right here. You see right here, this area that I had clicked on, this way it's going to give you your median household income for that neighborhood. Okay, not for the city, for the neighborhood that you are buying that property in. That's important. Okay, so now can Crexy also give me the median household income for the neighborhood? Let's check it out. So we at 77002. This right here is the area, and boom, you got it here. So it's a difference here. See that this is 103. This one is 75,291. This is 75,291. But look right here, 75,291. And then that jumped to 92. So here, as you can see, 75,291, okay, for this area. And as you can see right here, Justice Map is, maybe I am between here. Maybe it's not the 80 to 90. Maybe it is. I'm trying to compare these colors, everyone. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so maybe it is. So let's say that it is. Okay, good. All right. So can CoStar do that now? Right? Can CoStar also give me the median household income for a neighborhood? Okay. Comparison, let's do some overlay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here, market analytics, and what we're going to do is put on multifamily. Okay. So now, you see right here, we have market analytics, we have demographics. When you put on demographics, median household income, now let's go here. Let's go in. Okay. This was the area. Yep. See, so as you can see right here, 77002, this area right here, orange, and it falls right between here. So as you can see, yes, it does give you the neighborhood. It also gives you the city. Okay, because I could get the city. I could have left Houston, Texas up there, and I would have gotten it for everything, as you saw before. Okay. So so again, doing a comparison between the applications, what, where I could get my data from. Do I need to pay 50, 60, $70,000 for an application? No. Okay. You don't have to. Okay. Um, so again, here's Reventure app. Here's Justice Map. Okay. And Justice Map is only going to give you the median household income, for far as I know, and for what I use it for. Now, if you use it for something else, shoot me a shoot me an email or post it in the comments below and on the YouTube page and say, hey, Darryl, this is how I use it. And I would like to bring you on the show so you could demonstrate to us how you use it. Okay. All right. So for now, I'm going to close this because I'm not going to come back to it because the only thing I'm going to get is the median household income. So I'm going to close that one. But I'm going to show you. So now let's go to the next one, which Justice Map is free. City Dash Data free. Reventure is a paid application, but it's not expensive. This application, if you pay on a monthly basis, it's going to run you about maybe $40 a month. But you can also pay on an annual basis, and it's a little cheaper. So I pay on an annual basis. Okay. So let me break it down. Let me just show you some of the things of what I use it for. So this is called investors metrics here, and we're going to stick with 77002. Let's stick with this. Okay. So as you can see, you got rent rate. Now this does give you the rent rate for an apartment, but it also gives the rental rate. See right here. Now this says right there, the typical determined by Zillow, blah, 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 right here. Okay. So it does give you that, but it here is more specific rent rate for houses. So if you rent a home, okay, and you could definitely see a difference between um, uh, the non-home and the home. Okay, so here we are. But this also gives you cap rate. Some investors need that information, cap rate. Now, what I would say to you right here, if you click on the information, it tells you this is an unlevered annual return with the cap rate. The higher cap rate means more cash flow, look, and stuff like that. Okay, and they give you a little video here to also explain. That's one thing I like about them. They give you a little video to explain. One other thing I like about them is we can shoot them an email if I have a question, or to me something may be off. Comparing one thing to another. I'll shoot them an email and they will reply. So, and then here, as you can see, 77002, we still sticking with that. rent as percent of income. So here you're talking about 32%, 32.85%. Okay, rent. That's how much of the income. Now, if you want to know where they pull their data from, reach out to them and ask them, hey, where are you pulling your data from? Okay, the numbers either seem high, seem low. Hey, you're spot on. Okay, here I skipped over shadow inventory. For what I do, I'm just not really interested because this is not really much on commercial multifamily. So, but rental growth, I am interested because I want to know 77002. You can see right here, a 2.19, right? Now you're not going to get that from City Dash Data, but you can get it from Costar. Okay. So 77002. Let's go back to the analytics. And let's see, is the rent growth for 77002 the same as the same as where was I before that? Reventure. Okay. So rent growth is right here. Okay. Now you can also go, thought it was up here too, but it's not. Hold on one second. Let me jump down. Okay, so it's not going to be here either. See that? I always look here, but this is where my rent growth is. Now, so what am I getting from CoStar? What are they telling me that rent growth is? So as of right now, rent growth in 7702 is a negative. Okay. Now here, see that right there? Well, yeah. So right here, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it skips over that black line. But if on the black line, see that right there? The black line has as a negative. But if you come up, excuse me, but that's in the third quarter, right up here. Look, if you look up top, I can't point it out. But as you can see right here, here's a 2.1 rent growth. Third quarter estimate for 2024 is 1.16, 2.2. So, so it's if you're looking for the forecast out, and so far what we're looking at is the forecast. Now, because as you see, before this forecast is going to be negative, but now we're into the forecast and it's coming up to 1.6. Before this year is over, before it gets into the first quarter of 2025, they're forecasting a 2.2. Okay, that's going to be, I'm going to say a peak because then it's going to drop down into the valley right here to a 1.5. Then supposedly it's going to come back up and sort of like, as you can see, it's going to come back down, start leveling out to about a 2.5. So when you're looking at Reventure, you could say, okay, they're saying a 2.19. Is that as of right now? Is that prediction? And rent, is that a prediction? Okay. Or a forecast? And if you're not sure, like I say, reach out to people who make these things and ask them, you know. So, but this is some of the data that you could pull um, from this particular application. Now let's jump into demographics. So as you can see here, you got population. Now again, they're not going to give you population um, for if you put in the state or the city, it's not going to give it to you. It's going to break it down into zip codes, and I know you're not going to want to have to figure out to zip codes, right? So, but it does give you population for the for that for the zip code, and it gives you and it gives you also a growth in that zip code. Is it growing? Is it not growing? Now this also is color coded with Reventure, because over here in 77011, there's a decline in population. People are leaving, and I know that will be of interest to us because, do we really want to invest in an area where people are leaving? I don't think so, right? Or you're going to get into asking more questions. Why are they leaving? Okay. Why are they leaving? Okay. So that's right here, 77011. Okay. All right. Here it's a decline. And as you see, if you look at the color code, you know, I guess the darker the color, the deeper the dive when people leaving. Okay. But look right here, purple. Now over here, 77002, you have a 51% population growth from 2017 to 2022. Now that is interesting. That's a big jump in numbers. Okay. 77019 only had a 5.8, but at least it's growing, right? Right. So here, 77007 had a 19.7% right there. So we're looking at growth. Now, this is what you could get from here. CoStar also gives you it doesn't give you wait a minute, it shows you population, but it let me see right here. See right there? So it shows you population, it does show you growth, but it doesn't give you a combined total. It just gives you, and I guess that may be this right here. My bad. But they break it down by age, but a 5-year period, 3.9% on a growth. Okay. But look who, but now this is where you could use CoStar if you're trying to target a particular age group, right? Your particular age group says 2029, they're leaving. So where are they going? Okay, where are they going? So let's jump back to the map because I just want to jump here on Crexy for a minute. Now Crexy is a little different. Again, I have the paid version of Crexy. Crexy gives me median household income. It does give me population, as you can see right here. Let's go back to 77. Remember, this is 77002. So here we do see 5,256, and it looks it's between, but it's not telling you whether if it's growing or not. It's just letting you know what the population is in this particular region or section of that particular zip code. Okay, we're over here, see 5,000. So it's pretty much the same. Let me jump over here a little bit. So here's a different population in this particular part of the zip code. Okay, so it's giving you your population. However, it's not telling you whether it's growing. It's not telling you, someone's leaving. Okay, it's not giving you that information. Okay, so but here, uh, hold on a minute. Let me give you some more results. Oh, this is property. Let me give you some more insights. Okay, so here at least this does give you asking price, square footage price. Okay, but let's use the cap rate, where it is, where it's going. I could tell you right now, the median asking cap rate is not 3.2%. But then again, this is for the zip code. I'm telling you right now, it's still not 3.2%. So and it gives you like the median again, median. Okay, population. Now see right here. Now you got your population for um for 18 for the zip for the whole zip. Okay, see right here. As you can see, it's growing. Okay, again, this application here, it's a good application. I use it. I can get my age demographics. I get my household median income, as you can see right here. But what you have to ask yourself is, what is it that you want to pay for, and what is it that you don't want to have to pay for? And it's not the point. It's not the fact of can I afford it. It's is it going to serve your purpose? Because CoStar may serve your purpose. May say, yo, I'm going to go ahead and pay out the $300-400 for CoStar, and it could serve my purpose. CoStar does a lot more than what I'm showing you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So what do I mean by that? So I'm going to go to right here. I'm going to go to market. I'm going to leave this. Let me go back. Hold on. I'm going to go to markets right here. And what I'm going to do, I want to show you something. This here is very helpful. So let's say we put in the city of Houston and Houston, Texas, right? And I'm going to pick the city, right? So you see how I get this data. Now, this is all Houston, Texas, the city itself. Let me zoom out. So, but it's also pulling in the MSA, all that surrounding area, which I don't want. Okay. But let me just give you some data. Let me just show you what kind of data you could get with this. So I'm going to say export, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to put this in a download and put this in a place where I could just delete it because that's what I'm going to do. And let's replace that. It's okay. So sometimes I do this because I want to see what the numbers are. Now, if you could see my screen, you'll see right here where it says market, asset value. It gives you the vacancy rate, stabilized vacancy right there, market, asking rent right here, rent growth. Okay. Now remember, this is for the city. Remember, this is right here. This is for this whole particular MSA right here. And I can also print this out in the market report, which which you could get, right? And I'm gonna show you the market report. Excellent tool, worth a lot of information. But let's go back to this right now. Okay. So it lets you know about the inventory, whether if it's being absorbed, because if this was a negative, I don't think, oh, delivered. I mean, here's the absorption over here. What's being delivered, but you want to also know if it's being delivered, is it being absorbed, right? What's under construction, percentage, okay? Now here we are, the absorption. So you can see things are being absorbed, all right? Things are being absorbed. When it comes to the market sales price, that I'm going to tell you to question a little bit because Texas is a non-disclosure state. So, excuse me. So, and I'm saying that because by being a non-disclosure state, the way they go about getting their sell price, it may not be as accurate as you think. Okay. So make sure you know your market before you start getting in, before you start taking someone's advice or their opinion on what the market is doing. You should know your market better than anyone. Okay. So 12-month sell volume growth, as you can see, is down. Now, how old is this information? If you have this application, just call CoStar. Say, yo, how old is this information? Is it a year old, 6 months old, 3 months old? Usually it's not too old, okay? Usually. Like, so market cap rate, okay? They didn't give me the unemployment rate. A lot of times they do, okay? Unemployment rate would be right here. Employment, job growth, 2.2%, population growth, 1.6%. So this is on the city itself, okay, on Houston itself, the whole MSA. Okay, so that's so again, showing you how the different things could work. Okay, so and again, let me just show you how big this is. This is all they consider this all the Houston area, and this is me right here. My property, the property that we have is in Dayton, Texas, right there, right there. Okay, that's Liberty County. And so as you can see, all this data is being pulled in from all around. That's the reason why I'm saying to you, be careful where you get your numbers from, because if if you're looking for some more specific, more micro, as term that we use, more micro, then you're not going to want to use these numbers. You're going to want to use something probably like Crexy, something like city data, all and again, some people don't like it and they bad mouth it really bad. If they bad mouth it really bad, just ignore that, right? Because data, it may be a little old, but you can always reach out to the maker of City Dash Data and say, yo, how old is your data? Okay. I'm a strong believer in that. Okay. And you got Reventure. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me see something here, because it's 11:51. I'm gonna stop sharing screen. And if anyone, I just want to really show you some of the applications, how I happen to use them. I didn't get deep into how I get into the neighborhood and stuff like that, but these applications, when you're looking to use them, make sure before you put out any money for these applications, you you talk to that sales rep or and ask other people that have the application, how is it working for you? So forth. Is it good? Do you like it? What's your likes? What's your positive? What's your negative? What's your takeaways? And so forth. Okay. And and then you pick the one that best suits you. Okay. Now, if if you want information, if I can help you with some information, hey, feel free to reach out to me. Okay. Feel free to reach out to me. If you want me to go like take a deep dive to pull some data and to send you reports, reach out to me. Okay. Make sure my contact information is below. All right. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you. I know next week I'll have a guest speaker and we'll get back into underwriting. But today I just want to show you some of the tools, some of the things that you are going to need or may need, right? For your underwriting. Okay. And remember, if you need help, I'm a coach. Okay. I am a coach. I have my own coaching program. If you'd like to join my coaching program, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I would love to have you and to teach you about underwriting and the importance of underwriting. Okay. All right. Have a blessed day, everyone. And I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks will be uh August 6th. August 6th, we'll have a guest speaker. Or maybe we'll do an underwrite. Okay. All right. Thank you all very much. And I'll see you back here August 6th. Take it easy.